Time for a little payback. The Contessa, having escaped us in the prison, is now hiding out in her castle estate. It's a well-fortified Gothic nightmare that would make any thief run in terror. Terrible or not, that's where we're headed. To sweeten the deal, we've learned that the Contessa, who until recently was a secret member of the Claw Gang, is in possession of the clockwork eyes. The Thieves Raccoonist describes the eyes stopping opponents dead in their tracks, transfixed in their gaze. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what an accomplished hypnotist could do with such powerful artifacts. News of the Contessa's corruption has spread to Interpol. Constable Neela, being closest to the case, was granted a cash allowance to hire an army of local mercenaries. It looks like we're walking into a full-scale war. But we have to act now, before things go from bad to worse.
Sly Cooper and the gang in a tangled web. Welcome back to Sly 2 Band of Thieves. So we're back in Prague, we're back as a team, and we're back on track with collecting the clockwork parts. Before doing anything else, go to the thief net and buy the paraglide. There is no reason at all, unless you're some sort of insane person who just doesn't like fun, that you should not be buying this. I'm going to be going over all the moves later on, but the paraglide, why would you ever not buy it? Just from the name alone you can guess what it's going to do. In fact, let's get over to this roof here. If I can get on the fence. In style! Yes, the paraglide is a paraglide, it's amazing.
Okay, here's the plan. First take some recon photos around the area. Then make your way up to the re-education tower.
Looks pleasant enough.
Oh, and stay clear of tanks. You know, so you don't get blown up into little sticky pieces.
Why did you have to add the fact that they're sticky pieces, man? Like, that's just gross. Okay. This building over here is actually very interesting. It clearly isn't too far away, but fine. Paraglide! Here we go. This is, in fact, Neela's headquarters.
Neela's made a headquarters out of that old bank. It's a pretty secure location. It'll take some doing to drive her out.
Indeed. There's no getting inside that building, by the way. It's purely an outside walkie building. Also, these tanks, despite looking about as friendly as a tank can look, you know, with the blue eyes and all, they are very much hostile. They do not care for friends or foes or anything that has anything to do with that sort of minute difference, because it doesn't matter at all to them, clearly. Only difference between those and normal tanks is their searchlight color. Now, I like this one because it's just kind of boat.
The Contessa has these boats out on patrol against Neela's army. They could be useful to hitch a ride.
I feel like Bentley just wanted a picture of a boat. I don't know, maybe he wanted to see how they looked on the outside and he can use that to study what the mechanics would be on the inside or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, you can clearly see that this level, well, probably not clearly because we haven't been there for very long, but you can maybe see that this level is sort of divided into two separate islands, I guess you can call it, since we are surrounded by water after all. We have what I guess I'd like to call the Neela side and the Contessa side. In that we have this side, the Neela side, with obviously Neela and the headquarters, and just kind of the, for lack of a better word, the friendlier side. We can then go over some sort of bridge like this one. We can ride it with the boat, go over the larger bridge in the middle, whatever you want to do. And we'll go over to the Contessa side, which is clearly a lot more generally dangerous, not so nice. It has red lights and really, really freaking tall buildings. When I say you want to buy the paraglider, I don't just mean because it's cool. Trust me, having the paraglider is a huge advantage in a level this vertical.
The Contessa's all geared up for war. Just our luck.
Just our luck. We need about one more photo, I believe. Since the last time we had what I think would be a reference to the Charles Bridge, this is probably a reference to the astronomical clock, which is also a very, very famous centerpiece of Prague. And I have seen that as well in person, just so you know. I like having those bragging rights, I guess. Might as well get some treasure. We did just spend a lot of money on a paraglider, which is by all means worth it, but you know, we need to make that stuff back anyway. There we go. where is this view mark? What is it called? GPS marker? There we go. See, this does suffer somewhat the same problem that the second India mission does, in that it is so tall. Where is this? Oh, it's the blimp. I forgot. Wow.
That's the blimp the Contessa used to escape from the prison. Maybe we could use it to our advantage around all these high towers. Okay, Sly. Head up to the re-education tower. I suspect that's where we'll find the Clockwork Eyes.
Yeah, as I was saying though, it can be it's obviously a very vertical level, as you can clearly see, and it may be so much so that GPS markers can often tend to be less than useful. That, however, is probably the biggest and maybe even only fault I'd really give this level. I mean, only is being very optimistic, I don't know, but we'll go more over that later on, as I've said. Sorry, Bentley, I'm ignoring you, but you've really not been letting me talk for much today.
Bentley, there's more than just the Clockwork Eyes up here.
Why are you doing this? Neela! She set me up. I'm an honest cop.
Of course you are. I've read your psychological profile. I know that you're honest.
Then why are you doing this to me?
Because, dear, you're honest. You see, by chasing after Sly Cooper, you learned too much about the Claw Gang and its spice operation. It was only a matter of time before you figured out that I was a secret member. So, when Neela gave me a chance to put you in custody, I took it.
Coward. You're a disgrace to Interpol. I'll make it my life's work to destroy you.
Oh, I'm afraid your life, let alone your life's work, isn't going to last much longer. Once I integrate the Clockwork Eyes into this device, your life's work will be whatever I tell you.
I won't be brainwashed that easily.
Quite right. It won't be easy, or painless. But I will reprogram your mind, and you will take the fall for me at Interpol. Now, just lay back and relax. Go to your happy place, and stay there forever.
I don't think they've seen you. Take a few photos and get out of there.
No, I've got to help Carmelita. She's in trouble here.
There's nothing you could do now. Get the recon photos and come back to the safe house. I swear, we'll find a way to help her.
It really doesn't feel good. We can clearly just jump through these bars and just fucking whoop her ass, but we need to stick to the plan. It's probably what's best for Carmelita after all.
Interesting. Inspector Fox is restrained in an old Iron Tech 250. Crude, but effective.
I'm not sure this is a time to admire such things.
The Clockwork Eyes. They seem to be routed through that control board. Get a shot of the console so I can decipher its make.
Although I gotta be honest, the eyes do look kinda doofy.
Those are the Contessa's elite shadow guard. Tough is too sissy a word to describe those guys. That's a mind shuffler. I didn't think they were real. It's made of equal parts science and black magic. Indestructible to conventional weapons.
And lastly, we actually have something on our side of the fence here.
That old terminal should be hardwired to the systems in this tower. We need to find a way to get it online. All right, head back to the safe house and we'll get a plan together. The war between Neela and the Contessa has put the castle on high alert. To get at the Clockwork Eyes, we'll need to subtly manipulate this conflict to our advantage. Here's the plan. Murray, sneak into the castle and kidnap the head of security. I want to ask him a few questions. Meanwhile, Sly and I are going to get a little paranormal. I'll I'll slip into the crypts beneath the castle and put together a bad mojo bomb. It should be enough to destroy the Mind Shuffler. Sly, you capture a few local ghosts and drop them into Neela's headquarters. Hopefully the near-death experience will inspire her to purchase more mercenary firepower. We've all got our assignments. Good luck.